Hey there guys, welcome back to What Cheers. I'm Nick as always. Let me just say right out of the gate, it feels good to be back. It feels good to be doing this again. I missed you guys dearly over the last, well, basically a couple of months. I was pretty off the radar. I posted a couple of reviews, but I wasn't really integrating myself too much or communicating with the beer review community, and I apologize for that. I need to take care of some stuff in my life, need to take care of myself mostly, but I am back in a good place, a better place now, and I really wanted to come back strong with an important review for me to share with you guys. And if you want to hear more about what's been going on the last couple of months, you can watch my 2016 update video, which would have been posted right before you see this review. So you can go check out that video if you'd like. But I wanted to come back to you guys fresh into the new year with a special review, a review that meant something to me. And not saying that Very Green, the beer itself, wouldn't mean a lot to me, because it's obviously ridiculously hyped, I'm sure amazing beer that I'm about to open for you guys. But that aside, there's a very important story to go with this beer. Many of you know, if you've been subscribers for a long time or heard me talk about before, but I went through a ridiculously traumatic experience of being involved in a car crash that nearly killed me and my father, and actually did kill my mother, which was on May 30th, 2014. My life has been completely flipped upside down, spun around. I'm still figuring out what to do with myself and everything that comes with going through something like that. Physically, mentally, my life is just altered forever. And so what's interesting, which you guys may not know, is that Very Green was released on May 23rd, 2014 for the first time. And in typical Treehouse fashion, it was announced very last minute, and that was something that my parents and I were used to, and we'd try to get in the car and get up there when they announced something new, and that was just sort of our thing. Me and my mom used to do that together a lot more so than my dad, because he was always working his regular 9-to-5 job. But anyways, Very Green was released on May 23rd, 2014. And my mom found out about it, and we talked about it. We got in the car, we went up there together to get it, and it was the first time they ever released it. And that was my last trip up to Treehouse with my mother. 7 days later, she was killed, and we were hit in the car crash, and I almost died. My father almost died. Very, very lucky to be alive. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So needless to say, this sort of means a lot to me. The last time I went to Treehouse with my mom was to get Very Green when it first came out, so it's a very fond memory for me. So yeah, I reviewed that Very Green. I reviewed it just 3 days before the actual car crash happened, and that would have been my last review I ever shot if I had been killed. So that's pretty intense to think about, that was what I would have been, left doing, whatever. And so I did post that review exactly 1 year since it was released. I posted it on May 23rd, 2015, the review of Very Green. And shortly after that was the Treehouse anniversary party, which they actually released it again, which was the second time. And, I thought it was absolutely incredible on draft. I thought people were giving it some mixed reviews. Some people loved it or hated it, but I thought it was absolutely incredible. But this is a big deal, because now they've rebrewed it a third time. It's obviously in a can. This was a complete surprise announcement, as usual. And yeah, so here it is, guys. Very Green in a can. Sort of follows suit to, they just released King Julius in a can. They did Juice Machine in a can, and then they did Very Green in a can. So Nate really, he's got a passion for getting these amazing, crazy big beers of his, very small batch beers into cans. And so this is extremely cool. No one saw this coming. And here it is. So I was able to go up when it was announced with my father just last week to get this. And I was already thinking of coming back and starting, starting fresh with the reviews for you guys. And this just came up, and I thought about this, the relation to this beer being released, and my mom and everything like that. So I thought it was an important one, guys, to share with you. So yeah, that's pretty much my story. This is obviously a bit emotional for me, thinking back to that time and how differently things could have gone. Like, I could have been dead, or if that wasn't the last time that I went up to Treehouse with my mom, which was something we did very often together. So it's just, and we surprised my dad with it that night. He had no idea that we were going to get that beer. Anyways, it was a wonderful memory, and that's how it has to stay. So, guys, about the beer. Well, it's very green. If you haven't figured it out already, it's basically a amped up version of green, which arguably people say, Julius versus green, you're either in Camp Julius or Camp Green. But like I said, since they just did King Julius, it kind of makes sense that they did Very Green, which is the amped up version of green. So yeah, guys, it's not a whole ton to talk about as far as the beer, because it's pretty much just a amped up version of green, as you would expect. This one is 8.3%, where green is, I want to say 7.6. So it's a little bit stronger, not crazy, but I'm sure everything else in the beer is amped up. And green, as far as I know, and from what I read on the can, it's pretty much primarily Galaxy hops from Australia, with some American hops in there as well, I believe, but I don't think those have ever been announced. And I'm not sure what the deal is with the malts or whatever on this, but yeah, it's green on steroids. Pretty much that's it. So at time of recording, guys, this is 5 days old. This is one of the fresher ones I've reviewed, because I picked this up myself with my dad. Like I said, so it's 5 days old. And usually with this type of beer, it is actually good to let it sit for a few days, because some of these Treehouse beers, when they come straight off the canning line, they're too harsh, they're too intense, they're too fresh. But I'm hoping that this one is ready to go. And it says hashtag return of the dank. So really excited to try this again, guys. Obviously a very sort of bittersweet, sentimental type of review for me, as I just said what happened. And it's been out of the fridge now for about 45 minutes, got a nice chill to it. Let's go ahead and get the Very Green cracked open. I have not had this yet. I got a bunch of cans, but I have not had this yet. I wanted to wait for the review to return to you guys with, so let's go ahead and get it cracked open. All right, guys, Very Green, very excited. I'm really anxious. I mean, obviously I haven't had this since the Treehouse anniversary party, which is back in June, and there was a lot of beer going on that day, so I don't remember this as clearly as I would like to. And I do remember the first batch was something insane, something special. Probably one of the best Treehouse beers I had ever had at that point. So let's go ahead and get it poured, guys. Yeah, let's get a nice big head on this. Why not? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get a look at the Very Green. Wow, yeah, it's a classic Treehouse. It's about a 2-finger or 1.5 finger head of a fluffy, sort of creamy, slightly off-white head, small and medium bubbles, tightly packed. And let's get a look at the color. Wow, this is just like Juice Machine. It is so dark that the light is not penetrating through this at all. It's like an eclipse. It is just deep, dark, hazy, tropical fruit juice. At least that's what it looks like. Super burnt orange, dark orange, almost black towards the middle. I mean, it's just as dark as you could possibly get, as hazy as you could possibly get in a freaking IPA. It's just, it looks like Juice Machine, which was probably the darkest hazy hoppy beer I've ever seen. This is just, yeah, that's, look at that. I mean, it's just completely blocking the light. It's crazy. Amazing stuff, guys. away from the light. I mean, it looks like pureed tropical fruits, blended up tropical fruits. Just gorgeous. I don't know what else to say. I mean, look at it. You guys can see it. It's just, if you like hazy beers, this is about as pretty as it gets. So let's go ahead and get an aroma on this, guys. Like I said, it's been out of the fridge, so it's got a nice chill to it still, but should be pretty, explosive. Let's go ahead and dive in. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Good God, that is explosive. So intense. Just attacks your nostrils. Wow. That is the most vibrant, intense Galaxy beer I've ever had. That is crazy. It's so fresh, it almost has a like hop burn to it through the nostrils. It's just so, I mean, it's dank tropical fruits. It's pungent, dank, juicy, sweet tropical fruits. But it's so intense, it's like a hop burn in your nostrils. It's really crazy. So all in all, guys, it's sweet, it's super juicy, it's tropical, it's dank, it's just pungent, it's crazy. However, it's green amped up. It's not something completely new, and it's not supposed to be. It's very green. It's green amped up to the next level. So it's a familiar aroma. It's an aroma that you've smelt before, but it's all those things kind of amped up to another level. If someone gave you this and it was in a regular green can, you would know something was up. You would know this is like not the same beer, but you wouldn't necessarily call them out on it. You know what I mean? You might just think it's a different batch or something. It's similar but different enough. Yeah, it's just the intensity on it. The intensity on it is so huge. That's the best way to describe it. It's just that much more intensity. Bright, vibrant, just juicy. I mean, probably the best smelling Galaxy beer ever. It's not that super stinky dank kind of thing. It's more of a bright citrusy with that dankness, but yeah, bright, juicy, fresh tropical fruits. Very dank though too. Man, 8.3%. Just like with Juice Machine. I mean, it doesn't smell like beer. It smells like juice. I don't know where they're putting that ABV, but it's not in the side of this glass. It can't be. Oh, it smells like heaven, guys. It really does. Let's go ahead and get a sip on Very Green, guys. Cheers. I mean, yeah, it's green on steroids. It is just pungent, dank, tropical fruits, super hoppy. It's got a nice sweetness to it. It's got a really big hoppiness to it, obviously. Very dry, very, very drying on the tongue. Pretty much no bitterness. I don't taste the alcohol. I really don't taste the bitterness. It's velvet in your mouth. It is creamy. It is smooth. It's amazing the balance though of the juicy, fresh cut like pineapple or fresh blended up pineapple, mango, papaya, passion fruit, some like peach and apricot, maybe like dried apricot, dried peaches. Soft though, soft mouthfeel, velvet, creamy, luscious. For an IPA, double IPA, this is just, again, it's as good as it gets. No one in the world is doing shit like this. It's next level. I know there's a ton of great breweries. There are some breweries that are very close to this. and I've had some of them, but this is just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's indescribable. It's like this Juice Machine and King Julius was just next level for me. No one can come close, and this just is. It's up there in those top three for me. Wow. Yeah, if you like green, this takes everything about green and amps it up to the next level. This is exactly what I felt like when I had King Julius. I said it still doesn't lose what the base beer is all about. It really tastes like the same beer, just elevated, which is exactly what I said when I reviewed King Julius. And this delivers the same kind of result with green. It takes everything that you love about green and it just makes it a bigger, more amped up version of itself. And I mean, who doesn't love that? It's just exact. I mean, most people are on Team Green over Team Julius as it stands anyways. So if you like green, you need to get this beer. It's outrageous. The amount of stuff going on in this beer is outrageous. It's so hoppy. It's so sweet, bright, dank, and tropical. Best use of Galaxy I probably have ever tasted. I mean that sincerely. Probably the best version of Galaxy I've ever smelled or tasted. This is 5 days old too, guys. This was just brewed, just canned. So I mean, it doesn't get any fresher. Man, as it warms up further though, there is that super stinky, pungent, I almost call it sometimes like stinky cheese or like cheese rind type of thing from the Galaxy, but man, it's that super stinky, pungent, like tropical fruit thing going on, and it's even more amped up because this is obviously a bigger beer. It's a bigger version of green, but wow. It's intoxicating. You know, you guys have all had green by now, I'm sure. If you haven't, you need to try regular green, but you know, it's just intoxicating. Oh. The interesting thing for me is that I feel like this is actually drinking smoother and easier than green in a way. I'm not sure what that is about, but maybe it's some mouthfeel, carbonation, something. But I feel like this is drinking even smoother. Maybe it's the sweetness. Maybe this is sweeter than green probably is, and I like a little bit sweeter beer. So this is just drinking way too fast for 8.3%. Holy shit, guys. You get no alcohol flavor, you get no alcohol burn, nothing in the aroma. It's just, yeah, like I'm gonna finish this glass and then pour some more and then finish that, and we'll see how I'm doing by the end of this review. I mean, I might be on the floor. I've already reviewed a couple other things tonight, so this is gonna be a good night. Yeah, the dominating things for me right now, guys, though, is like just dank pineapple, tropical fruit. It's pungent, it's stinky. Again, no alcohol, just a very intense hop character to it, like burning your nostrils almost, but not quite. It's really, really complex. And yeah, wow. I'm gonna sip on this for another few minutes and come back to my final thoughts and score because my brain is sort of like fried right now. It's apricots. It's apricots and peaches too. It's like that dried apricot, like peach fuzz thing. It's really crazy stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna sip on it for another few minutes. It's pretty much warm enough, but I'm gonna think about it a little bit more, break it down, and come back with my final thoughts and score on the very green for you guys. It's good to be back, so hang in there. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back with the very green, and I've been sipping on it for a little bit now. I can't stop drinking this beer, to be honest with you. It is just so goddamn good. Yeah, if you like green, you're gonna absolutely lose your shit over this. I think, for me, I've always been like either a Julius or a green guy. I think I love them both just the same. And when they did King Julius, I thought, oh my God, it can't get better than this. And again, it just depends on, I guess, which you prefer. Sometimes for me, it's just the mood I'm in or what I'm craving. If I'm craving more of a sweet and juicy just all the way beer, that's Julius. If you want a little bit more complexity, a little bit more of a dank, kind of hop saturated side of things, yeah, definitely green is the way to go. So when they did this, it's just so fun to break it down again and actually enjoy it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get another aroma and taste, guys. Let you know what it's all about. Yeah, it's just green amplified. Again, there's no other way to explain it really, because it's just everything you already know amped up. Super tropical yet dank. I don't want to say dank first because it's really sweet tropical fruits, but then it's that tropical dank thing. It's that galaxy, just super pungent, in your face, extremely aromatic. It's bright. It is tropical, but it is bright and citrusy as well. Amazing, guys. Amazing. 8.3%. That's a big double IPA. And it drinks like hoppy, tropical, dank juice. Just exceptional stuff. Exceptional. It's got that soft, velvety mouthfeel to it. You know, it's creamy. It finishes dry, but it also kind of leaves this coating on your tongue, in your mouth. And virtually no bitterness to speak of. It's just crazy stuff. It's not too sweet either. It has a sweetness throughout. They obviously have probably more malts in this because it's a higher ABV, but you don't get too much sweetness. It's just enough to kind of make it feel like a bigger beer. I did say earlier that I felt like this was somewhat easier to drink than regular green, and that might be because there's more sweetness in it, a little bit more, a little bit creamier, smoother. And that's just maybe because everything's amped up. But I do like this better than green. It's kind of silly to say that because it's like, well, obviously it's very green. But no, I do like this a little bit better than green. I feel like it's got a bit more complexity to it. It's a bit fuller. And in my opinion, it's a bit more rounded out. For a bigger beer, that's kind of hard to do. So I don't really have much bad to say about this. This is definitely a Galaxy bomb. And again, I will say it again, this is the best use of Galaxy that I can remember ever having. Because typically with Galaxy, it's over the line, dank, pungent, stinky, as I said, which it's weird to say, but it's a good thing in this case because it balances out with those fruits. But usually it's over the line and it's usually more bitter than this. This has all that, but it has a brightness to it, it has a zestiness to it, a pungent brightness to it, if that makes any sense. It's very intense, yet restrained. I don't know how they do it. It works. I'm not a brewer. I don't know how the hell they do this, but it is absolutely really perfectly balanced for what it is. That is just so fucking delicious. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just... It's my first review back in a while, and I'm already drunk. So you know what, guys? You're getting... This is a new year. A new year for me. Let's just have a little bit more fun. Let's drink more. Let's enjoy beer together. That's what it's all about, right? Really looking forward to getting back into the community on YouTube with all the beer reviewers and all of you guys and commenting again. Just wonderful people from all over the world. You guys are just crazy awesome. So yeah, as far as the score on this one, guys, let's go ahead and, BeerAdvocate, I think I just looked it up. BeerAdvocate had a 96. But yeah, BeerAdvocate means basically nothing nowadays because no one uses it. Untapped is the thing, but I'm not on Untapped since I just don't want to commit to that another thing. But it's one of the highest rated treehouse beers. So I mean, you know, I don't know. I think it is up there. You have to understand too, if you're a Treehouse fan, you've had a lot of their beers, that's like saying every single beer they do is one of the best beers. It really is. So you have to really be sort of disciplined about what you're saying here. I think this is just as good as green. I think it's a little bit better than green. I think it falls somewhere between the best thing they've ever done and a really good beer like green. I feel like it falls somewhere between that. If I was going to put a number on it, let's put it this way. I think I liked Juice Machine more than this, which I literally just had. Yeah, this has a bright, oh God, this has a bright acidic citrus note to it that you get right when you pour it out of the can. You get this bright acidic citrus note to it, which I didn't expect from Galaxy. This is a tough one, guys. It's got a fuck. I hate doing this because people are gonna like dislike the video and tell me I suck and I'm just Treehouse lover. But man, this is 100. It's 100. What am I supposed to do? This is the best beer being made today. I'm not making this shit up. I mean, look at the hype. Look at everyone's trading posts. I mean, it's what it is. I've been saying it for years. But yeah, this is 100, guys. You can't go lower. I mean, this is as good as it gets right now in today's beer world. One of the best hoppy beers. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I don't care because it's true. So if you're right and it's true, why do you care? You shouldn't care. Dank tropical hop fruit juice. Oh, goddamn, so good. I can't get over the intensity of this, like the bright, intense citrus notes. The vibrancy is just off the charts, which you typically don't get so much in a Galaxy beer. It's more towards just the dank tropical side, but this has that intense, pungent, almost acidic, sweet citrus notes to it that I just absolutely love. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is green on steroids. Get it, get it, get it. You'll be very familiar. I think upon first smell and taste, you might be, sort of lost, sort of like, why does this exist? It doesn't need to. I think after the first few sips, after you let this thing warm up, and by the way, definitely let this warm up. This only has a slight chill. This is like cellar temp right now, and it's the best I've had it since I opened it. Let this beer warm the fuck up. It needs to. I think once you get into it, you will understand and appreciate the complexities more than just saying, oh, it compares to green. And of course, it would be nice if you could have green side by side with it to really see what you like more. But I feel like this is less dank, more balanced, more citrusy and tropical and dank, more vibrant, more intense, and in a very scary sense, easier to drink for 8.3%. So yes, that's what I have to say about it, guys. I literally could go on talking forever. I haven't reviewed in a while, so forgive me. This is just my style, I guess. But please let me know what you think if you got this batch. I don't care about the last two because there was other people saying different things. I want to know about this batch. Let me know what you think of this canned batch. They did have it on for growlers as well. So this batch, I would like to know your thoughts. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, please, if you'd be so kind. And I really would love to start a conversation, start talking to you guys again. This is getting 100 plus. I gave Juice Machine 100 plus. Either way, guys, it's in that realm. I mean, it's really hard when you get up to that level. Yeah, this is just Treehouse liquid gold in a glass. This is absolutely delicious, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited to be back. Hopefully this was a decent review. I'm sure it was super long, but that's okay. It's just my way of doing things, I guess, these days. But remember to like, comment, subscribe, please. I appreciate it. And let me know what you think of this batch of Very Green if you got to try it. And if you haven't gotten to try it, I highly suggest you seek it out, trade for it, do whatever you got to do. It's worth it. If you love green, this is better than green. That's just what I have to say about it. All right, guys. Cheers. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.